Hi, Dr. Evie.
Oh, there you are. Good morning. Good to see
Yeah,
you.
good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. I've been kind of riffing as I learned to bring you onto camera. This is our day 2 of Instagram Live for me.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wonderful. How are you doing?
I am very well. So glad to be on call with you.
Excellent, excellent. So May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Victor and I are doing some Instagram Live videos this morning to talk about different aspects of good mental health. And we're talking about topics that cause people challenges in having good mental health. Yesterday we talked about the fear of rejection, and today we're talking about self-worth. So, Victor, I'm going to invite you just to dive in and let's talk about self-worth. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? How can we have it? How is it challenged? Go for it.
Yeah, thank you so much for this particular platform. It's actually awesome, and it's been great, having these conversations with
Yes.
you. Personally, I took a whole lot. Like yesterday, going over the videos, I was just getting things over and over.
That's great. That's great. So tell me
Yeah,
about
I
self-worth.
remember. Yeah, I remember yesterday we actually touched base on the fear of rejection,
Mm-hmm.
and there were times where we were stumbling on the fact that it's because of the fact that people really don't know who they are, don't understand the value of who they are, what they carry, what they represent,
Mm-hmm.
that makes them want to, fall flat for people's opinion and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a very important subject to consider because of even what this month represents.
Yes.
Just like you just announced, it's so important because when a matchstick, for example,
Mm-hmm.
don't know its worth, it will be comparing itself to a television.
Okay.
Oh, I'm a matchstick. People can't watch me. People can't sit on the couch to watch me. I'm comparing myself to a house. People can't, lie or be inside of me. I'm so small. I'm so
Yeah.
tiny. Not knowing that what the matchstick can do, a
Mm-hmm.
television can never, ever do.
Okay.
The matchstick, just one, can set a whole house on fire.
Yes. One tiny matchstick. Absolutely.
That's one. That's one. It can light up a stove for people to make food and other stuff. So
Mm.
it all boils down to the uniqueness of what we are made for. Understanding this and just sticking with it,
Yes.
understanding what you are made for, what you can do, spending that time. It's so important that we actually spend time on understanding what we can do, our strengths and our weakness, that we don't even have the time to compare with other people.
Ooh, I
I'm
love
so
that.
busy understanding what I can do. Okay, I'm thrown into this condition, I'm thrown into this situation. It's a new thing for me. Let
Uh-huh.
me see how I'm going to defeat this. I know I'm strong. I know it's a new situation, but I want to pay attention to my strengths. I want to pay attention to how I overcome where I am at the moment. And this is so important because we keep on advancing understanding of who we are, what we do, and this is the confidence that we have because in life we all come across changes,
Mm-hmm.
circumstances, situations, everything change. But
Absolutely.
when you understand yourself and put a whole value and worth on what you are,
Mm-hmm.
it's so important because just like I was saying, imagine building this powerful skill of adaptability,
Mm-hmm.
being able to adapt to different circumstances
Mm-hmm.
because you just know who you are. It takes away a whole lot of stuff. So that's why self-worth is a very important subject. It's so important, putting value on what you are. Because the truth is, if you will truly dig down on what you are and who you are and what you represent, you will see that nobody can do what you do the way you do it. Nobody can see it the way you see it. And that alone, for example, when you put something and I come into the room, the way I would describe it will be different from the way you describe it.
Okay.
You will describe it so beautifully according to the specificity of your purpose and your uniqueness.
Yes.
I will come with mine, seeing different perspectives according to our experiences and what we know, that all of them form a piece. And without you, something is missing. So it's important that you place value on who you are. So how about you, please? I want to hear about you on this particular subject.
I love that. And I want to hone in on one of the many good things that you said. What really landed with me is that you're saying to hone in on your value and your purpose, and not compare so much with others. And when you are focused on your own value, you don't have time to compare yourself with other people. You don't have time to play small. I don't have time to play small. I'm a matchstick. I have innate power to do amazing things that nobody else can do.
Absolutely.
There's a saying that I used to do a daily walk. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get back to it. My morning daily wow, my morning walk of wisdom. And my sign off on that is from a song by Tremaine Hawkins, that you are unique. Nobody else can do what God wants you to do. That's why he created you. So that goes to what you're saying, your uniqueness of purpose. You were designed intentionally with something, a powerful purpose in mind. So my take on self-worth, and this is my passion. This is my passion, feeling worthiness and self-worth. And so my take on self-worth is that your worthiness, your self-worth is innate. It's a part of you. It's a part of your being. It's a part of your divine design. God made you and created you and loaded you with self-worth. It's in your DNA. It's in your blood. It's in your breath. It's in every cell and every fiber of your being. Self-worth is a natural part of you. It's not anything that is an up or an extra. Okay, it comes with the standard package. If you think of a car, and I heard this from Dr. Michael Beckwith. If you think of a car, and so Victor, I want you to think about going to a car lot, and you're excited about buying a car. And when you go and buy a car, there are things that come as standard equipment in the car. Okay, it's a basic part of the car. So let's just start naming some parts of a car that you expect to have when you go car shopping. Tell me some parts of a car that come standard with the car.
Okay, standard. The upholstery.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got the rear mirrors.
Okay.
Yeah. The steering.
There you go. Steering wheel comes standard with every car. It's a basic part.
Absolutely.
We've got brakes. We've got the gas pedal. We've got the seats, the wheels, the body, the engine. All of that is standard packaging. And so if you think of self-worth in that way, it's part of your standard packaging. Okay. It's not a luxury item. It's not an upgrade. It's part of your basic DNA, a part of who you are. And I've got a little signal coming up on my phone. I'm going to try to get rid of it without destroying my picture like I did yesterday. Let's see. Woo, hit it. I like small wins. All right. So your self-worth is innate. It's a part of the divine design. It is not conditional. It's not, if I do this, then I'll be worthy. Then I'll have self-worth. If I lose weight, if I am skinnier, if I made more money, if I, whatever, you fill in the blank, then I am worthy. It's not conditional. It's not an if then, and it's not a when I, then I. When I do this, then I'll be worthy. When I stop doing this, then I'll be worthy. It's not if then. It's not when I, then I. Self-worth just is. You are worthy, period. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about self-worth is that another person didn't give it to you, so another person can't take it away. What God has given to you, no one can take away. Right? And I want to sit with that just for a minute. So breathe that in.
Let's go on.
What God has given you, no one can take away. So self-worth is not something that comes from outside of you. It is not someone, no one gave it to you, and no one can take it away. They can't diminish it. No one's opinion of you can diminish your self-worth. Somebody's opinion is just their opinion. Okay, it doesn't belong to you, so you don't have to accept it. You don't have to receive it. Your self-worth can't be diminished. Now, it can be buried. Okay, it can be obscured. Sometimes we can lose sight of our own self-worth. And I know I'm talking a lot, Victor, but this, like I said, this is my passion, my sweet spot. But it can be buried sometimes under someone else's opinion. Can't be taken away, can't be diminished, can't be reduced. It's always there, but it can be obscured. It can be hidden. It can be buried. Maybe in someone else's opinion of you. Maybe it's in your programming or conditioning or teachings from your youth. Maybe it's from some doctrines or some rules or regulations imposed by someone in order for you to be a part of that group. Yesterday we talked about sense of belonging. We want to belong to a tribe. We want to belong to a group because on an evolutionary basis, as part of our primal being, we want to be a part of a tribe because there's safety in numbers. So sometimes in order to belong, we follow particular rules or programming or conditioning or doctrines that might challenge our self-worth, might tell us that we are less than, but that is just outside external impositions. Those are external conditions, and it doesn't reduce us. Now, I'm going to take a breath and get your comments on that. How does all that land with you?
Thank you so much for this powerful points I love the fact that you said it's innate and it is abundant.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love that. When you talk about the fact that it is innate, we no longer try to attach it on anything external.
Right.
We don't try to attach it on anything that is passing away.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that it's part of our makeup, just like you said,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that it's part of what we are and who we are.
Yes.
It makes it something that can always be something that is constant, that is ever growing and can be trusted. And I think that is so powerful because this alone can be is a deliverance to someone already, because most times we get to tie our worthiness on physical things like how we look,
Mm-hmm.
on physical things like maybe the circumstances of time of life at a particular time,
Mm-hmm.
and these things are always passing away. And that is why there is this, up and down in terms of how we feel about ourselves, the self-image we have, about ourselves. And this is it's so terrible because we don't have that stability to be able to focus on, a particular dimension or whatever it is we are working on. Why? Because just like you said, it's in it and it's the foundation of everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't feel worthy about yourself or about what you are working towards, you can't get it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's not possible. So it's important to understand that self-worth is innate. It's part of who you are. Yes, this is foundational. It's so foundational. It's so foundational. Thank you so much for this particular point. Please, I think you should actually go on because I think you just paused on that thought line. I really want to get more on that thought line.
You think I have more? I just took a pause to breathe.
I see that. There is a big flow there. Let it on.
I think that's the gist of it, that your self-worth comes from within. It's not external. It's innate. And so it's an inside-out game. It's an inside-out mindset. It starts with your mindset. And one of the ways that we can strengthen our sense of self-worth is to remind ourselves that we are created with intention and by divine design. God had a specific purpose when he created you. You are the seed of a divine purpose. And so you can grow yourself into the fullness of that seed that God planted within you. Okay. You can, I love gardening, and I'm creating a backyard farm. My fingers, I've got dirt under my fingernails. My feet get dirty because I'm always in the dirt. You know, I'm planting, I'm fertilizing, I'm weeding. And so I have this metaphor that if you can grow a garden, grow your garden, grow yourself. And so sometimes in our lives as we're growing ourselves, and you can increase your self-worth actually, but you can't diminish it. But you can make an assessment of your life. Look out on the landscape of your life. Someone's saying Happy Mother's Day to me. Good morning. Happy Mother's Day. I love that. And you can assess, you know, what is the, I think I'll do that in another video because that's going to take a while, my metaphor of growing your garden, growing yourself, because there's so much there. But the one thing I want to say is that you were created with divine purpose and intention and destiny. So on a destiny level, that's another Happy Mother's Day. But on a destiny level and on a level of identity, your worth cannot be taken away from you. It's nothing that you have to earn. All right. And the last thing I want to say is that no matter what you experience, like Victor's talking about circumstances and experiences, that those kinds of external things are going to pass away. Okay. But your worthiness cannot pass away. Okay. Because it is permanent. It is not ephemeral. It's not temporary. It can't be taken away. Whatever you're going through, whatever might be challenging you today, if you're having a challenge with your mental well-being, with your mental wellness, with your emotional well-being, I want to encourage you to think about those things that you love about yourself. Think about your strengths. Think about your talents. Think about your giftings. Name one thing that you really love about yourself and think on that thing. Think on that thing, focus on it, and then let that expand and grow and fill your mindset. Focus on that thing, okay? You are worthy, period. No matter what you've gone through, no matter what you've experienced, no matter what has come against you, no matter what you might have done that might have negatively impacted someone else, okay? You can forgive yourself, you can ask for forgiveness, you can work through those issues, all right? And come back to worthiness. Recalibrate, reset, okay? Reflect, and come back to worthiness. You are worthy, period. Full stop.
Awesome. Awesome. Woo! Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely.
You know, I like to point out the fact that you said we're created intentional. You know, we were created for a specific purpose, and this actually brings us the third line that I agree so much about Pastor Ture Roberts of the One Church. He says we are an original idea.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Yes. He said we are original ideas in the mind of God.
Yes.
You know, just like we can say that every product here on earth actually comes as a result of a specific inspiration. Someone saw a particular car and it was something that inspired that design. They said, oh, this design was inspired by this.
Yes.
In other words, who you are and what you are is an original idea.
Ooh,
So, you know,
I am an original idea. There's nobody like
yes.
you. You are uniquely and wonderfully and fearfully made. There's no one like you.
Bravo. Thank you so much for, you know, I always say that when words come out of your mouth, it turns to another thing. I love to hear them when you speak.
I love it. You as well, Victor.
Yeah.
And so in closing, what is a closing thought you want to leave with someone
Okay.
who's watching, and in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month.
Awesome. Awesome. I just want to quickly tell someone out there about the fact that you are an original idea. There is no one like you.
Mm-hmm.
There is no one who with the kind of uniqueness that you have. And, it's important for you to understand this, because if you don't settle that about yourself, you'll be wondering all about. If
Yeah.
you will dare have the courage to say, hey, yes, and accept the fact that I am an original idea, you will see that the focus, consistency, and all of that will start coming in for you, because you will remove yourself from, being tied. I used to talk about an anchor. There's a boat anchor that they normally tie the boats to. It keeps it from wandering about and, focused on one place.
Yes.
Tie yourself to the fact that yes, you are an original idea. You were intentionally created
Yes.
for a purpose. In other words, God knows where you are at this moment, because
Yes.
you are an original idea. You represent something in the whole picture. So if you're not there, He knows.
Oh, I love
So
that. Oh,
yeah,
wait a
you
minute. That
matter.
was a bomb. Wait, you can't just stop me there. When you're not there, when you're missing, when you're absent
Yeah,
from your purpose and your destiny, God knows. All right.
God
He
knows.
feels that.
Absolutely.
I love that. And
Absolutely.
so, when you're
Mhm.
missing, when you're absent from your purpose and your destiny, course
Mhm.
correct, get back in there. Okay, pick yourself up
Yes.
again, get back on the
Yes.
horse, get back on that bike, get back on your feet, stand up again, and take a step toward your
Mm.
purpose and your destiny. I love that.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry I had to interrupt
You
on
see,
that one.
this, when you're just talking about this, I remember a question that God asked Adam in the garden. When he came up, I was like, Adam, where are you?
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, with the interaction they had with the serpents,
Mm-hmm.
there was a turn in, their self-worth, when
Mm-hmm.
he said, if you eat this, you are going to be like God.
Mm-hmm.
And God had already made them to be like him. So at that point, there was a shift.
All right now, you about to preach.
There was a shift. What the serpent actually came to tamper with was what? Their self-worth.
Yes.
Hey man, you were created in the image and the likeness of God.
Mm-hmm.
So when God came, you asked, where are you? I can't find you.
Mm-hmm.
You are not oozing, the worthiness or the self-worth of, I'm not feeling you on my purpose, on my plan. I'm not seeing you, man.
Okay.
When you actually have that self-worth and you believe, hey, I am original. I am made for greatness.
Yeah.
That's God. God feels a buzz. I see my boy. I see my son. That's good. I feel somebody. So please, no matter what it is, don't you dare give in to people's opinion or whatever it is. You are an original. There is no one like you. You are special. You are special.
Yes.
Keep it up, and even if nobody will agree with you, agree with yourself. Keep going, because it is true. You don't
Yes.
depend on people's opinion. You are intentionally created. You are an original idea, and there is nothing they can do about it. Period.
I love it. I love it. You are worthy, period. I love it. And so the last thing I want to leave with you is that, and I got this from one of my teachers and mentors, and I can't remember at the moment who, but one of the things that you can do to, oh my goodness, let's see, and the messages keep coming up, which is great. But one of the things that you can do, and I encourage you to do, I invite you to do, I implore you to do, is to be with someone whose eyes light up when you walk into the room. Be with
Mhm.
someone who smiles when you walk into the room. Be with someone who is just enthusiastic and joyful when you walk into the room. Create that kind of atmosphere. Be in that kind of setting. Be in that kind of environment. And be with someone who will speak life to you. Be with someone who will speak purpose and destiny with you. Good morning, Philip. How are you? Thank you for joining us. We're just about to sign off talking about self-worth and worthiness, and that it is innate and unconditional and by divine
Yeah.
design. So today, For all the mothers today, happy Mother's Day. For all the women who are childless by choice, happy Mother's Day. You are a spiritual mother if you choose to be. And be with someone whose eyes light up when you walk into the room. Okay, create some good energy for yourself, some good love for yourself. Be with someone who will speak life and purpose and destiny. Be with someone who will remind you how wonderful you are, how great you are, who will speak to your talents, your giftings, and your purpose and your destiny. So that's what I want to leave you with today. Okay. And Victor and I will be with you again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Pacific. And what time is that in Turkey?
Currently, it's about 5 p.m.
Currently, it's about 5 o'clock. And so trying to convert the time. So maybe 6 p.m. In Turkey. Is that when we started?
Yeah, we started, I think your time started 7 a.m.
Yes. So I'm trying to get your time. What does that convert to?
Okay. Yes. We started around 5 p.m. my time.
Okay.
It's about 5:30. Yeah.
Perfect. So wherever you are in the world and joining us in your time zone, Victor and I will see you tomorrow again, because May is Mental Health Awareness Day, Mental Health Awareness Month, and your mental health matters. Your mental wellness matters. Your emotional well-being matters. And we are going to speak life into you. We are going to speak purpose into you. We are going to speak destiny into you, because, like Victor said, you are an original in the mind of God.
Yeah.
All right. Blessings. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you,
Bye.
Victor. Oh, and let's leave with a call to action. If you are going through a challenge, if you're in distress, if you're frustrated, or having any kind of situation that you'd like to talk to two amazing coaches, you can talk to Victor Edime. Victor, am I saying your last name correctly? Hello, Tanya.
Yeah, Edime.
Edime. You can speak with Victor Edime, or you can direct message me, and we'll talk about your self-worth. We'll get you to remind you how worthy you are. All right. God bless.
Bye.